Greetings, beautiful souls. How are you doing? How is your full moon day in the December 2022 going? It kind of feels like this quiet before the storm, or the quiet before that final run, race, surfing that you have to do, right? Now, I'm so grateful to all of you to walk with me on this journey of transformation from the three-dimensional survival being into fifth-dimensional, multidimensional, evolving human being, evolving divine being living in the human body. We are not far away from the winter solstice, December 21st. That is the time when we fully want to embody ourselves into this body, when we fully want to embrace ourselves for who we are and feel good about it. Sort of, put that weirdness and difference that we feel about ourselves as our priority of appreciating ourselves of who we are. So the transformation what we are working on the whole year with the full moon and the new moon energy is literally changing our life pattern. The survival pattern is fears, and fears are connected to all the suffering and the pain and the challenges, and always, when something good happened to you, something bad has to happen to you. It is a classical or typical or the normal kind of the pattern of this human body. So that, if you look at the coding of the program in your computer, if you would know the language, which I do not know, but the language in your programming, in your program, it will be written in a simple sentences that the programmer does understand. It's written within our body. We just do not know yet how to open it in that code that we can read and we can fully understand. We kind of like playing the guessing game and trying what is working, what is not working. But I think we all can agree to it, that we are born into the animal bodies. It doesn't matter from whichever divine space you came from. You are living in the animal human body here on the earth. And the animal human body is programmed to survive by the program of the fears. And so the fears rule our life. They don't rule our life in a need to destroy us, but to protect us. Now, as you're seeing, I'm playing here with this variety of the words to protect us, to destroy us. It's the place of the duality. It's like, you have two universes or the two earths between your hands. One is literally encoded with the energy of the pain and the suffering and the fear, and another one is encoded with trust, love, and happiness. There is your old earth and there is your new earth. And you have all these beautiful spheres in palm of your hands. And you can choose in which earth you are going to live. Are you gonna be in the old earth, that is a three-dimensional program within the body, or are you gonna live in the new earth, it's the fifth-dimensional program within the body? Now, when we talk about the old earth and the new earth, it's natural to start working with our imagination and thinking, I'm gonna move from the place A to the place B. I don't believe that is accurate kind of the information or accurate explanation of it. Let's think about it from the different way. When we were using a 3G phone, you lived in the same house on the same street and you had your smartphone that connected to the 3G towers. Now, and it worked and we were happy with it. Then we made that shift in the 5G towers and we had that push and the pull within ourselves. Are we gonna do it? Are we not gonna do it? But then we felt, we even kind of out of the options. We were not out of the options. We had the options to move out somewhere off the grid and disconnect ourselves from the technology, from the technological evolution, and live off the grid. And I do respect the people who have done this and who do it. And we all have to decide to make that choice. Is that choice right for me, or is it not right for me? What it is that I choose, because automatically every single one of us who made that switch from the 3G network to the 5G network had to go and buy two new phones. Sooner or later, we all had to exchange the phone to buy a new phone that it will be fully compatible with a 5G tower. There are a few things in the play here. First of all, we made that choice. When we were happy about that choice, or were really upset about that choice for whatever reason, it was you who made the final call. I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna switch the phone, and I'm gonna just continue with it. And then you may say, because I have no choice here. I'm living, I'm going to the work, I'm doing this, and that, and that's what I have to do. No, we always have a choice. But we like to blame everybody around us that we do not have to choice, or that we are pressured by the society to do this, and this, and that. We can be bold and walk out and do our own thing and completely change our life, which would define a completely different way of the living. Now, I don't want to talk about that. I just want to simply focus on this point. We do have a choice, and every final decisions that we make, whenever it is for the good or for the bad, it's our final choice. Then the next point I would like to bring up is that the 5G. We live still in the same house on the same streets, just using the different phone that connects to the different tower, or the stronger tower that give us a faster Wi-Fi connection. The same is with this transformation. You are gonna stay in the same body, living in the same house on the same street, unless you make a choice that you want to move somewhere else that is more supportive to you for whatever reason. But it's the same thing. You just switching the program within your body. You are going to live among the other three-dimensional program bodies on your street and at work and in so much on. And we have to learn to respect that and honor that, and not wrap it to anybody's face like, I have a 5G body. It's like, when we switch the phones, nobody walk on the street and saying, oh, you have a 3G network, I already having a 5G network, look at me, I'm better than you. No, nobody really cared, right? Like, can you imagine that? We walk on the street and goes like, oh my God, shame on you, you are not there yet. Oh, what do you think about yourself? No. We are creating way of life. In a way, the 5G really worked because we collectively all gave in. There would be enough people to switch into the phone, into the 5G network. When there's a percentual majority, or some percentual number, particular number, which I honestly do not know which that number is. But if there's enough people all around the world who think of the same way, we manifest what it's called the 100 Monkeys syndrome. It clicks in our collective mind, and suddenly we all wanna do it, or we all gonna do it even if we don't like it, but we all are going to do it. Our collective mind activates in the same way of the thinking, and the same way of the evolution and upgrade happen in our mind and in our bodies. So you, as a lovely starseed, a weight shaver, energy hero, light worker, beautiful divine beings, the indigo child, whatever, a crystal lover, tree hugger, whatever you are gonna call yourself, you are here to sort of, introduce that 5D to humanity. We are in a race, in a way, to create that margin, that number of people who are able to hold fifth dimensional energy all around the earth. That's why we need to connect from all kind of the countries, the worlds, the continents together. Well, one word, right? Countries and the continents in unity together, in that same kind of the intention. My body is vibrating, or has a frequency of the fifth dimensional solar frequency, which to me is the love and happiness. Love in our heart, happiness in our mind, heart-mind connection, connecting together and beautifully unifying us and our collective mind and our all human society all around the world. So to me, it sometimes really helps to think about, to compare it to something that we do understand, like the phone or the computers. And of course, the human biological body is very different, but that analogy of the comparison, I think, very much apply to it very, very well. So once again, what it is, that fifth dimensional energy. We are shifting, if there's a program within us that we can shift, we are shifting it from the fear to the trust. Now, how do we do it? The three parts, from the fear to the trust, from the fear to trust to love, from the fear to trust to happiness. Let me break it into simple steps. The first, the animal body is naturally afraid of all kind of the changes. It is afraid to step into unknown, sort of, to take that leap of faith and truly trust that you are supported. It's like, you jump out of the airplane and you have to fully trust that your parachute will open and that you will leave to tell about it, right? So it's the same thing, we have to step in unknown and truly trust that our future selves and our soul family does have our back, and we are making the best possible choices and decisions that we can for our life. Even though that, yes, there is not the line when we see the check, the guaranteed, or, this and that's gonna happen. We do have to trust and follow the beautiful signs and the synchronicities that's gonna lead us to that finish line or to that goal that we want to achieve. Second is happiness. So love and happiness is the signature energy of the soul, mind, consciousness. Soul brings the love within the body. The mind makes soul and you and the whole body happy by manifesting it into physicality. However, to nourishing these energies, they do need the opposite of it, right? So if the soul brings her love, what does she need? She needs the happiness. She needs to feel happy. So our female energy within our body and within any relationship that we have needs to feel happy. And that what wants us to be within the body. So the fear will take that happiness away. The fear of unknown, the fear what is gonna, how this kind of the situation in our life will evolve, or what the future will bring, that completely zip out the happiness. So from the fear to the trust, from the fear to trust to happiness, and then love. So if our mind can make us happy, he needs that other part of the energy to create a beautiful yin-yang flow of the energy, which is the love. So the intellectuality within you, that beautiful mind, and notice I'm not talking about the ego anymore, that beautiful mind within you that is connected to this beautiful collective energy to all of us here on the earth. Think about it, we are like synchronized in the beehive, and our whole consciousness is connecting together, and our mind is connecting together, and we can help each other, we can utilize that energy so beautifully. It needs to be loved. It can make us very happy because it can manifest everything in the physicality. It can create a new reality, but it needs to feel loved. So the male energy within us and with our relationship needs to feel loved. Female energy happiness, male energy love, a body trust. Need to really say, okay, I'm solid in a full belief. So belief would be that another word for the trust, right? And since it's coming to the Christmas, we all have these signs around the house, believe in the magic of Christmas, or any holidays that you are celebrating around what I celebrate is the Christmas. Believe in magic, believe in miracles, believe that the most amazing things will happen in your life. That is trust, trusting that those things will happen to you, believing that those things will happen to you. It's the same kind of the energies. And that's what we are transforming it into. That's what we are holding for ourselves, our soul family, our collective mind. Now I'm gonna make a little sidetrack here. Those who follow me, you have seen the video how to put the crystals in your backyard, how to activate the crystalline grid within the earth. And that is literally sourcing our soul, mind, consciousness, our love and happiness inside of the earth into the crystalline grid, bringing it up and sending it through our collective consciousness, or sending it through our beehive. Because as you know, the bees are beautifully synchronized in the way of a task or the thinking of what they're supposed to do. They have that beautiful telepathic consciousness, and so have we. Exactly the same. Now, naturally, we are always challenged on this journey. This is not that the Dark Lords have picked you, to challenge you or to pick up on you. It is just the nature of the energy and the nature of the progression. It's like universe is looking at you and says, are you serious about what you want? Do you really want to shift from this to this? Because for the last how many thousands of years you were surviving in this fearful kind of the body, and once in a while you kind of crack it and figure it out in a different way, and then you will be living in this trust, and you are ready to follow our signs and the synchronicity and the symbols on your journey. Let's see how you can do it. So it will challenge you. And I know, again, from my personal life and for reading for many of you, thank you for trusting me. We all have been challenged, with these things where we question, ourselves and really our past. And will the past repeat, or am I at this point when I can completely create this new reality and a new future? And it is scary. Again, it is like, you walk off on the side of the airplane when you are ready to jump, and you have your parachute. Will it open? I do believe it will open. And what is it that we have to lose? We have worked so hard for this. And it's time to create a new reality, which means we need to change our action and reaction process. Our fearful three-dimensional reality is, based on the way of what is happening in our environment or what is presented to you. We correlate our emotions to it. Whenever they are happy or they are fearful, the way of the action happen first, so that sensory physical impulses do happen first, and based on that our emotions are created. Now we know that physical way of the thinking and manifesting plus emotions connected to it as your sense and the essence, mind and soul, physical manifestations, feeling, emotions around it creates your reality. Your body creates the reality. What it does, your way of the thinking, whenever it's quiet or out loud, create a sound, create a noise. Whenever we can hear it or not hear it, we know that the noise does have a vibration, or sound has a vibration, and that vibration that is expressed through your electromagnetic frequency from the inside out. So you're literally projecting, every single one of us, in our auric field. What is it that we are thinking and the feeling, and the auric field says, oh, let me create more of that. In that fifth dimensional reality or the energy, we become conscious about it. So yes, we are living in the three-dimensional world among majority of the three-dimensional people. Still, yet, one day it's gonna change. But we become conscious. And we have to start seeing, when these outside factors happen in our life, something that presents itself in a way of the people interactions with you, or family, or something you have to deal with, then you need to stop yourself and stop creating correlating emotions that you would do in that three-dimensional kind of the way of the life. Now, sometimes it is just challenging or hard, because you go like, oh, I am tired, and trust me, I'm tired too. I just had a COVID. I'm tired, but instead of feeling tired, it's better to feel neutral. You know, we may not completely erase the tiredness within me, even though, you know, I boost myself with everything possible, and I don't feel bad actually. I can feel very neutral about it. You know, I can recognize within me that I am tired, but I don't have to be all, you know, vocal about it, or whining about it, or making myself miserable about it. You know, I can allow myself a tiny little bit, but the rest of it I can neutralize and I can recognize, yes. And then I says, you know, how I'm gonna feel about it. I can honor it. I can actually feel the gratitude for my body to showing me, look, Emma, you need to have a little bit more sleep today, and it's gonna be all better. That is me listening body in the fifth dimensional energy and saying, okay, I need to go bed a little bit earlier today, and we are going to feel great. I'm so grateful for this, that you are actually expressing this to me. My cat's running around, and you talking to me in this kind of the way. Now that will all help me to beautifully correlate through my day and align with my tasks through the day, so I can accomplish whatever I need to accomplish. And I'm not gonna accomplish from the tired body, but from the body who says, all right, we're gonna take a little bit energy from the reserves, but we're gonna replenish it in the evening. It is absolutely fine and okay, pull out of the reserve, replenish in the evening. The same go with our, you know, the ways of dealing with our children or with the family members or at work. You know, people get so stressed out around the holidays, and you do understand, we all understand that. You know, we want to make this greatest holiday for the others, and sometimes it's not always going the greatest way as you wish it to be, and sometimes it goes the way as it wish it to be. So again, you know, you honor all of that, and you start to be in the control of your emotions. So that's the one thing, you know, how to respond to the outside world. You will start responding with that first neutral kind of the energy, and then you decided how you're going to feel about it. Remember, you may not control whoever's gonna yell at you today for whatever reason, but you can choose how you will feel about it. You can feel neutral about it. You don't have to feel sad about it. You may just accept it, that the person is whatever they are and they cannot change, and it's absolutely okay. Something magical is going to happen, because you're gonna start create this very positive field of the fifth dimensional energy. That person may completely calm down, you know, you have a time for your nap. Everything works out in the most beautiful and magical way, and yet it is not magic. There's actually a logical explanation, if you follow me in this. And then how you create your new reality. So you say, you know, when everything goes well, it's really easy, right? We don't have to think about it. But when there is something that you need to manifest, that you need to, you know, says, okay, I need this work in my favor, or I need to go this way and that way. I don't want to teach you to manipulate the energy. What I want you to think about is as a manipulation. I want you to think of it that you're sitting out there in the infinite field of possibilities. What would you like? Now, we cannot always control that we get it back in exactly way as you said it there, but it will be in the most favorable way. So it will be in the way that is in a harmony with the universe, with the earth, and with yourself. So if there's something, I don't know, if there's something like my son needs to fix the car, and I honestly worry a little bit about it, but he has his ideas and excitement about it, and what my job as a mom is to believe in him, to believe in a, you know, almost grown-up man, that he can do it, because he believes in himself that he can do it. So, as a mom, you think about it, oh God, how to help him here and there. Maybe we need to find somebody who's going to help him with it. He have never done this kind of the work before. Will he be able to do it? And so much on. That is the three-dimensional way of the thinking. And honestly, I have to catch up myself in it as well. When I think about it at night, what is the right choice and the decisions to do? And then I have to really catch myself and says, okay, Eva, are you looking at this task? I don't want to call it a problem, a task. Are you looking at it from the fearful mind, or are you looking at it from that trustful mind, the mind that believes that everything is possible? And again, we are in between of this shift. And so I think it's very healthy to recognize ourselves when we are thinking from the fearful kind of the mind, and when we are thinking from the believing kind of the mind. Now, I truly believe that when we are able to, neutralize our fears and sort of, stop hyperventilating and truly believe that thing's gonna happen, that, my son will figure it out how to fix his cars and will fix his car. I eliminate the fear, and suddenly there's open this whole new possibilities that the right people will be by his side at the right time to guide him at the right directions. Because I don't understand that. I cannot do that kind of the work. But I have to believe that he is in the field of infinite possibilities, that either he's gonna do it, he's gonna find the right YouTube video, or he's gonna find the right guidance and help that he needs at that time. And it's not for me to find for him, it's for me to hold that energy that I believe in him, and really hold and imagine that his car is beautiful, fixed and driving, and it's safe, and the kid is having a time of his life. And if he, close to be 18, can fix his car, I'm a proud mom here of him, and that's absolutely beautiful and amazing. So here I'm just showing you my personal experiences here and how I'm dealing with this stuff here. Anyway, we went a little bit over the time. Enjoy your full moon energy. Let go. I think this is a really high time for us to evaluate where we are using our fearful mind and when we are using our believing mind. Now, one last thing. Why do I not mentioning soul? Well, where we are using our fearful soul and the believing soul. Soul sits up here in the back, and the soul says, okay, here I am. You are either in the fearful energy, and I'm sitting back, and what is it I can do? That fear is so strong, it's like a 1 mile or the 1 kilometer tall fence that I am not willing to climb. I cannot climb that. I will try, but I cannot get over the fence. But when you shift, that's your ego, ego literally keeps the soul in the cage, in that high tall fence. But when you shift your ego into mind, when you shift into believing, guess what happened? The mind will go up there and he says, look, soul, here's the door, sweetheart. Here's the key. I opened the door, and why don't you walk here with me? And we will set everything in motions, and everything is going to happen because your soul has all the knowledge and wisdom that you need. Mine is an amazing guy who brings in the physicality, but your soul is the guidance, your feminine within you, whenever you are male or the female, has the guidance, has the knowledge, has the power to send out all that energy, the fifth dimensional energy, in our collective mind through the beehive. So if they're imagining that there's this invisible energy running through the beehive of our collective consciousness, that is the soul power. The mind makes sure that there's enough fuel to run it around and make it sure that it reach all possible places. So with that, I wish you a wonderful time. I will make a video for the winter solstice, and you be well. All of you be well. I'm wishing all of you from the bottom of my heart that you are successful in this transformation. I believe in you that you are. And as I said, we all are having hiccups on this journey, and this normal and natural. There's none of us that's like, been there, done that, I'm here, ta-da. Yeah, we've been there, done that in the past lives, but you know what? We all have a kind of like short memories of it. So let's do it. I believe in you. Choose your believing mind, and by the power invested in us from all the universe and the earthly beings and the beings inside of the inner earth, believe in yourself. I love you. Love and light from my heart to yours.